You are now tuned in to Go Time Dolphins with Charlie Touche and Kadeem Simmons, the Miami Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. Go. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Go. Don't waste no time.
So this episode has been more than a week in the making, but also just a disclaimer. Here at Go Time Dolphins, we're always honest with our fans, our listeners, our loved ones. Both Charlie and I are working. This isn't our full-time jobs, even though we wish it was. So we always try and get at least 2 episodes out per week. Over the next few weeks, we'll be honest with you, it might be 1 a week. So we appreciate all the love, all the support. We appreciate the patience while you bear with us while we, try and do some stuff in our day-to-day jobs, which means that we can come back here at Go Time Dolphins and make it bigger and better than ever. So we are literally pressed for time in this episode, but we had to do something. So I know how you are, Charlie, but tell the rest of the world, how are you at the moment?
Listen, man. This is businessman. Business, like what? Checkmate Charlie. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I could come up with more nicknames, but I'm cutting checks. So cut the check, Charlie. Cut the check. I don't know. Check writing, Charlie. I don't know. We'll get there. You know what I'm saying? But tax bracket touche. I don't know what you. Whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm working, man, and I'm trying to do this thing, but just like Kadeem said, man, like we wish we could do the 3 episodes a week like we've been doing, and we had super big plans this off season, and we don't ever want to be those dudes that's like, yo, let's just take a break. Like there's no break. Like you don't stop being a fan, you don't take a break from being a fan. You know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna take a break from the podcast, and that's the mentality that me and Kadeem have. So the fact that we're overwhelmed with work right now, it's like, dang, we can't even podcast. So it's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world. I'm your boy, Charlie Touche. I got my co-host, Kadeem Simmons, with me. It's always for the fans and by the fans. And yeah, man, I missed out on a whole lot of stuff, bro. I had seen a gang of stuff on Twitter. Like, I could just scroll. I can't even, you know what I'm saying? Man, bro. What you got, Kadeem?
Yeah, like I tagged you in a golf joke days ago, and the fact it took you days to respond, I was like, this guy's busy. And again, before we talk Dolphin stuff, we've said on this podcast quite a few times, Charlie and I don't speak every day like we used to. We try and save it for the podcast. But at the moment, like if we're not speaking here, Charlie and I aren't speaking simply because obviously we're not friends no more. Also because we're just both busy people. So listen, I guess we're fortunate right now that there's not much Dolphin news. Obviously there's another episode of It Needed to Be Said coming out soon with Jaylen Waddle talking about that's the clip they kind of posted so far. Jaylen Waddle saying that Tua is that dude you're all gonna see and stuff like that. But I guess it's only right, given that this was the episode we meant to do last week, and given that the pair of them are going to be on the podcast, this might be a 2-part episode because we're going to go back and forth so much that we need to, finish off next time we jump on and stuff like that. But given that it needed to be said, Jaylen Waddle and Tyreek Hill are both on the show. Mr. Charlie Touche, tax bracket Touche, checkbook Charlie.
Check. That's it. Checkbook Charlie.
And also, given everyone you said negatively about Tua, cash and checks Charlie, check receipt Charlie, there can be quite a few of them. But Charlie, Tyreek Hill, Jaylen Waddle, do you play them on special teams next season?
bro, we were supposed to do this episode, and the fact
Yeah.
that we really enjoy this episode this is why I don't want to do Sun Pass episodes of Go Time Dolphins. We can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. No, I don't think Waddle or Hill should be punt return or kick return. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why I don't think Waddle or Hill should be punt return or kick return. Because they're too important to the offense. And at any given point where one of them go down because of a punt return or a kick return, everyone's going to say, oh, your quarterback had weapons. Even though someone's going to say, oh, well, Hill got hurt for 3 games returning the punt. No one's going to say that. They're going to say he had weapons. You see what I'm saying? So, nah, I don't want these boys returning punts. Here's my thing, though. Bear with me. Emergency situation, for sure, Tyreek Hill. And I don't even think it's going to be Jaylen Waddle ever. I don't ever want to see Jaylen Waddle return the punt. We have Tyreek Hill he gets $31 million APY to do it. So I think Tyreek Hill, emergency situation, a minute and 10 seconds on the clock, fourth quarter, down 5. You need a touchdown. You have 65 seconds on the clock. You know what I'm saying? Did I say a minute 10? You have 70 seconds on the clock. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know if I said a minute 5, a minute 10, but you got 70 seconds on the clock to score a touchdown. Team punts it to you. No timeouts. You need a touchdown. You need 6. Put Tyreek Hill back there. See if he can make something happen. That's the only times I ever want to see Tyreek Hill returning punts or kicks. What do you think, bro?
I genuinely understand that train of thought because you only have to look at Raekwon McMillan's first snap in the NFL preseason, done for the season. That was his rookie year was done on the first snap of preseason playing special teams. However, there's 3 phases of football: offense, defense, and special teams. And if you've got NBA Street game breaker players, why not use them whenever you can? I understand that, a gunner might hit Tyreek Hill or Jaylen Waddle. I totally understand that. But a safety might hit Tyreek Hill or Jaylen Waddle. They play positions where
finish, bro.
Yeah, like they play positions where they're going to get tackled, where guys are going to want to hit them. Like you chuck Jaylen Waddle or Tyreek Hill on a jet sweep or something like that, and you get a safety come down into the box and hit them, then what? Like I understand it's going to be worse if I can't touch enough wood, metal, anything around me. If Waddle or Hill get hurt on a special teams play, I understand that. But if you're going to put them out there with 70 seconds left because you're down 5, why not just put them out there from the go? Because, you look at that Chiefs game where Tua had no one. And, the defense came up so many points. But I believe, 14 of those were on special teams because Tyreek Hill is that damn good. And
you're right. That's great. That's why you're the co-host. I ain't gonna lie. That's hashtag analysis, bro. That's great. Now here's my thing. You onto something. Tyreek Hill wasn't getting paid $31 million back then, though, and he wasn't the entire team back then. You know what I'm saying? He had Kelsey. They had defense. They could pay Mahomes. They had pieces. So it's a different dynamic financially for the Dolphins right now. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just throw your $31 million. You can't. Tyreek Hill make the most money on the team, bro. No, bro, you can't do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it. Here's my thing. And I'm gonna pivot just a little bit. Just a little bit. Here's why I don't want. The why isn't because I don't want them to get hurt. Yeah, this is more so I don't want them to get hurt. But here's the second reason why I don't want them to return punts. You want to know why? Want to know why, Craig? This is why. Because we have pieces. We are deep at receiver. We have people where you don't need two people to be your whole team. You don't need Tyreek Hill to be the whole team. You don't need Jaylen Waddle to go off for 104 catches no more. You know what I'm saying? You don't need it. It's nice if he did, but we don't need it. Here's my thing, Kadeem. Devin Hester, the best returner of all time in the NFL. Punt return, kick return, Devin Hester. When they paid Devin Hester, they asked him to do more, and Devin Hester never was the same. They asked him to be a kick returner. They asked him to be a punt returner. They asked him to be a part-time running back. Asked him to catch jet sweep. Asked him to be a receiver. Something that he never was. And they wasted him. Like, yo, just let this man be a kick return specialist. Punt return specialist. That's all you do. Hear me out. This is what I think the Dolphins should do. And I think a lot of people will agree with this. I think the Dolphins are so deep. We have Tyreek Hill, Jaylen Waddle, Cedric Wilson, Eric Ezukama, Lynn Bowden, Preston Williams for 8 games. We got a lot of receivers. Here's my thing. You ready, Kadeem? This is what I think we should do. I think the Dolphins should put Lynn Bowden Jr. at kick return right next to Savon Ahmed at kick return. I love the idea of Savon Ahmed at kick return because he just runs like he only has one gear. He don't have no switch it up. He just goes. And that's who I want at punt return as well. I want Savon Ahmed at punt return or Lynn Bowden at punt return. So between the two of them, put them both on kick return and let the best man win at punt return. That way, everyone's getting touches. You want to make this team, make it in a different position. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to exhaust or over exert Tyreek Hill. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro. We need Tyreek Hill to be available for all 18 weeks and 4 extra weeks of the playoffs.
Yeah, it's So I'm looking to my side because I went to double check what I was about to say. I didn't want to say it. And look stupid.
I mean, you do that. That's
of course. But if I remember correctly, and from what this says, the Rams paid Cooper Kupp, and he still returns punts and kick returns.
Cooper Kupp returns punts. Hold on. Rams paid Cooper Kupp this year, bro.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So I was looking. It was like perhaps even more surprising about seeing Kupp on punt return was the fact that it happened days after he signed a 3-year, $48 million contract. So that's why I was like, I thought they paid him in 2022.
Get paid. Oh, 22. Hold up.
So
it's 2022, bro.
Yeah, and this article was from September 23rd, 2020, from The Athletic, talking about, and literally it's headlined, why the Rams made Cooper Kupp their punt returner and why he may stay there. Now, I was like, I'm pretty sure they paid him this year. This article says they paid him before as well. But yeah, again, it's one of those things where I understand it. For me, it's more just a matter of they're both amazing. And again, the Dolphins have depth at wide receiver that, yeah, you can play a Lynn Bowden, a Savon Ahmed. Listen, we've said before, Chuck Noah at punt and kick returner because he's that fast. It's one of those things where
who you said?
Noah Igbenogany. Given his raw speed.
I hear you, but he don't have the vision. You know what I'm saying? He lacks the agility and he doesn't have the vision for like with the ball. And that's something that Adam Gase said. Adam Gase was like on the Miracle in Miami. The play was for Kenny Stills to catch it, pitch it to Parker to run with it longer, and then pitch it to the next person. So everyone who remembers the Miracle in Miami, it was just quick. Stills, Parker, Grant. And Adam Gase was like, that wasn't the way it was designed. It was supposed to be for Parker to run a little bit longer and then pitch it. And then Adam Gase was like, you know what? In hindsight, the person with the vision, you know what I'm saying, should have the ball the longest and just, you know what, I have the vision for this. It's almost like a punt return anyway. Noah don't have that vision. You know what I'm saying? Noah is basically, shout out to a friend of the podcast, Javon Holland. He's just Javon Holland back there just to receive the punts. You're not returning the punts. You know what I'm saying? That's what Noah does. He's a first round pick that catches punts. That's all he does. He don't return them. So I need a returner. I need positive yards. I need don't kick it to this dude. And I think Ahmed could be that. And I also think Bowden could be that. I don't think Noah could be that.
So very quickly, Cup did sign an extension in 2020, and the Rams still had him returning kicks and punts. He signed
How much did he make?
in 2020, it was a where's it gone? You got me doing extra work.
I mean, that's kind of important. This
I think it was 3 year, 48 million. And again, it's not as big as Tyreek Hill's.
It matters.
Of course it matters. But one thing you just said about,
almost double. Tyreek Hill make almost double what Cooper Kupp made. That's important.
Yeah, again, I'm not disputing that. But again, as you're talking about what you want your punt and kick returner to do, like you said about, if you're the opposing team and you're kicking it there and you're like, okay, I can kick it to Tyreek Hill, Jaylen Waddle, or just kick it out because I'm not even risking it. And it's also a matter, it's a game of full position as well. Listen, the reason this could be a 5-hour discussion, this could be a 20-minute discussion, depending on who wins the argument and stuff like that. I'm on both sides of the argument. If you never see Hill and Waddle punt or kick return, I'll go, yep, I'm fine with that. It makes sense. If he has them back there, I'll go, yep, I'm fine with that because it makes sense. It's not one of those situations where you've got someone back there. It's like, what are you doing? Like this, like you're not about that life. This is a situation where teams are going to try and, over pursue and stuff like that because they're going to be scared. You're on mute, but I think you're on mute for a reason. Cool. And yeah, it's just a matter of I don't want to play scared. I don't want to not put someone out there because they might get hurt. Because at that point, it's like, well, you might as well just keep on throwing out routes and sideline.
Bro, you can't listen.
Hold on, let me
go up there. Go ahead.
Let me finish. Because again, it's like, there's a reason why if you throw someone open in the middle of the field and it's not inch perfect, they're getting their head taken off clean. So, if you've got Waddle or Hill on a slant and that safety is coming down, like obviously you two have got to put it perfectly to protect the wide receiver and give him time to turn up the field and dodge that, safety coming down. If anything, it makes more sense because it makes more sense to put them on punt and kick return because they can see the entire field. Listen, if you're that worried, start running to the sideline and if someone comes, just run out of bounds. That way you're not getting hit. But sorry, you're gonna say something.
Bro, you go from one extreme to the next, bro. One extreme to the next. Bro, when we go off air, I'm gonna give you an example of what you're like. We try to keep this thing more in the ratings area of kids listen to this show. But you tripping, bro. Like you can't go from one extreme to, if we do that, we might as well do this. No, we might as well not. We might as well put him at running back then. How about that? Let him take all the hits. Why don't we play Tyreek Hill at running back?
The thing is, I mentioned earlier about having Hill or Waddle on a jet sweep.
No.
And also very quickly, you had Waddle line up in the backfield last year as well. Like you literally saw Waddle line up in the backfield last year. We had a bet on Waddle taking punt and kick returns last year, which I won. It's not like it's something the Dolphins haven't done. And they done it last year when Waddle basically was the offense. So you have Waddle do it this year. At least you got Tyreek Hill as backup. You got Cedric Wilson as backup. God forbid they get hurt on punt and kick return. It's not the end of the world like it was last year.
Boy, Kadeem, lucky boy. You a lucky dude, boy. I'm pressed for time right now, bro. Hey, I don't think anyone responded about who they thought. Nobody left a comment about who they thought.
I would double check.
Punt return, kick return, and I didn't. I don't know if you checked the email, but I didn't check the email, and I don't think we got any of those either. Well, I can't even say what we did or didn't get. If you did leave a comment on who you think should be kick return or punt return, I missed it for sure. I don't know. I think we both missed it. Sorry, we've been busy. But nah, man. Ain't no way. Bruh, you tripping, dog. Like, anyway, how about this? And it's a short episode, man. And y'all know we could go back and forth forever. But it's a couple things we gotta cover. And one thing is I'm on the road, I'm out of town, I'm on a gig working. And I don't have my train conductor hat. I'm not the engineer right now of the Chris Greer train. But apparently, we might have to rename it from the Chris Greer train to just the Greer train. Because shout out to Mike Greer, the first black NHL GM, now the San Jose Sharks GM, general manager, Chris Greer's brother. So, I mean, he don't got the accolades, and I can't say he making all the moves. So it's not just the Greer train. It's still the Chris Greer train. But shout out to you. Shout out to the Greer brothers. That's pretty dope. Jalen Phillips thought Chris Greer was out of there. Like, nah, what's going on? Did you see the pic? They look just like they. Are they twins?
I don't think so. But one Dolphins player was like, "Oh snap! I thought like Chris Greer was gone." It's literally Chris Greer without baseball hat. That's who he is.
I ain't gonna lie, Dean. I ain't gonna lie. I literally just said that. Like, bro, you ever seen the cartoons where the light bulb comes on, bing, and he said, "Hey, I got an idea. Hold on, I got an idea." And then you say the idea, and then all of a sudden the next person say, "Hey, I got an idea." And it's the same idea that the person just said. Like, bro, that's what you just did me like that, bro.
Apologies. I was also reading the comments, so I apologize for that. Sorry. No one in the last episode said anything. Although Nick Kerr does think that you and him went to high school together.
Yeah, I think me and Nick did go to. Hey, Nick, whenever you come to the show, we're gonna chop it up, bro. I don't know if we went to school together, but I think we went to the same high school, and I think the year I left, he came in. I don't remember. I'm honestly not sure. But Nick Kerr won the Gold Time Dolphins Fantasy Football League, and he's going to top it up. And we're going to talk about some fantasy football for the Dolphins this year, and see what Nick got in mind for the Dolphins. And we'll top it up with Nick. But what else you got, Kadeem?
I guess we'll park the Hill to a hill. The Hill Waddle stuff for another day. But again, it was more of a, conversation to be had. You see the and just on a general NFL news, you seen that Baker's been traded.
I did see that.
What do you make of that?
It's a rental. You know what I'm saying? He only has 1 year. I think the Browns wet the bed. They should have traded him earlier. They tried to milk the clock, and they couldn't get. They tried to, hold him hostage to see how many teams were going to come for him, and then not enough came for him. And now Carolina got over. They 2024 4th or 5th, and Cleveland has to pay like $10 million of it. So yeah, Carolina got over it, but it's just a rental. So I like it for Carolina. I think Cleveland blew it. The best quarterback they had in 20 years, and this is how they treat him. And it's funny because that's what the Dolphins were going to do to the best quarterback they had in 20 years. So, yeah, man. Hey, we about to go on the bonus time. Look, short episode. We rock with all y'all, man. Like, we working. I'm on 84 hours a week and some. But, yo, y'all come over to bonus time with us, man. Y'all stay positive, test negative. For Kadeem Simmons, I'm Charlie Touche. Thank you for tuning in this time. Make sure you catch us next time on Go Time. Already.
Make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. Go. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Go. Don't waste no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's showtime. Going all out when it's go time.
Very goofy. We'll keep it lighthearted. No more intense Dolphins discussions. So I'm going to assume you haven't seen the Mario v. Amarion versus.
Never seen it.
But I think the next one
is over with.
I think the next one is going to be Usher against Chris Brown.
Usher got it.
That's what I said.
I was like, that's not a fade at all. I should got it.
Well, okay. I think it's closer than what you're going to say it is.
You know what? It's closer because I was thinking about the features that Chris Brown did. There's some features in there that Chris Brown.
I'm not a massive Breezy fan, and again, he's off the field. He's off the out of studio stuff is a whole nother conversation.
Off the field issues, out the studio issues.
But yeah, Chris Brown, he's about that life. It's funny because like a couple of weeks ago, Joe Budden said in his podcast that Chris Brown's more talented than Michael Jackson. It's just like, guys just lying at this point. Like, but yeah, Usher v Chris Brown, I think it'd be a good one. I expect Usher to take it, but yeah, it could be something fun.
This is a formidable opponent though. That's fair. It's like, all right, we got something here. But I want to go back into the Dolphin thing real quick, and not about the punt return, kick return, because that we could do a part 2 to that. But Jaylen Waddle on the Tyreek Hill episode, and there's a snippet going out saying Tua looks scary right now. He like, I ain't gonna lie, Tua looks scary right now. And the internet is blowing up talking about, well, if someone says I ain't gonna lie, they probably lying. I ain't gonna lie. I be saying I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? So nah, bro. Like I rock with Waddle. And then everybody's talking, well, oh, why show it on the field? Show it on the field. Show it on the field. Why everybody talk about it? Why everybody talks about it, because if it was something bad, all the other people will talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So now that it's something in Tua's favor, no one wants to talk about it. And I read a comment under the little, post where it said Tua looking pretty scared right now. And this fan said, look, people ask the players about Tua, and the players answer the questions. That is it. Like, no one is going to reporters like, hey, I got to tell y'all something about Tua. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people are asking them about Tua, and people are answering the questions. It's just not the answers that y'all want. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, dude looking real nice right now. Now, we don't want to hear that. Give us something else. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah, it's true. It's bad publicity. Negative Tua headlines, is what sells. And I guess, Waddle when Hill spoke about that Tua underthrow, and they said, if anything, the Dolphins media probably done it on purpose, because there's so much they're not showing. But it's like, we're gonna show this. You're gonna keep on, disrespecting him, and then come week 1, you guys are gonna see. And Waddle was like, this isn't new to me. I've seen this. I've seen this from Oos. I've seen this from someone. Like, he was about that life in Bama. And like Chase Edmonds said, like what Perform said, we're about to see Alabama Tua. It's all good. Like,
what's the alternative to someone asking a player about Tua and Jaylen Waddle saying, I don't want to answer that question? Can you imagine that happen? Can you imagine saying, hey, what's Tua look like? And instead of Jaylen Waddle giving his actual answer, he says, I'm not going to answer that question. Like, there's no alternative. He answered the question. He answered it the way he genuinely felt. Like, come on, man. Y'all acting.
Yeah, that's like someone asking you on social media, how's Kadeem been on the podcast? You just go in, I'll discuss that another day. Right now, I want to talk about myself and what I'm doing. It's like, is Kadeem that bad? Does Kadeem drastic jumps that bad? They can't deal with it no more. Oh, very quickly before we go, the UFC London in a couple of weeks, isn't it?
Yes.
I think I'm reporting on it. So normally Charlie Wilson does it, and I checked the voter, and all it says is Kadeem UFC ?
So it's gonna be you and Charlie, or just you?
Not Charlie, it's me. Thing is, I don't think I'm going to the event. I might be like doing it from home or something like that.
What?
But
I'm gonna write your articles for you. Go Time MMA on Go Time Dolphins.
Listen, I'm just saying. So I might need to like you to fill me up, on the. Fill me in. It's like, okay, what's happening here? Who's gonna beat? Like, because I'm not about that UFC life.
Hey, I get to be a journalist part-time from the Go Time Dolphins platform. Go Time MMA on the way.